reviews, local music, rising stars, and current events. This is your Spotlight of the Day.
Today, I'm honored to be joined by a true storyteller, an award-winning writer, director, producer, and now the brilliant author behind the emotionally gripping book, He's My Son. Her work has touched audiences on stage, on screen, and now on the page. Before we dive into her new book and upcoming sequel, let's take it back to where it all began. Jennifer, can you tell us a little bit about your hometown and what kind of environment you grew up in?
Hi, thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of the cheesesteak and the Super Bowl champions, the Eagles. I had a 2-parent household and one big brother. Philadelphia is a big city, moderate crime, but the crime definitely has changed since I was younger.
You've worked in theater, film, and now literature. But if you had to choose just one form of storytelling, which would you prefer to enjoy and why?
Good question. If I had to choose a style of storytelling, it would be film. I'm a visual person and I can tell my story in 90 minutes or less. Also, audiobooks are very popular and I can turn that audiobook into a mini movie. Remember back in the day, soap operas used to be on radio. Same thing, different concept.
Was there a specific inspiration to write He's My Son?
I'm glad you mentioned this. My daughter and I was having a conversation and she asked me, what would I do if my son was involved with my best friend? You can bleep this out, but as a mother, I'd be ready to beat her ass. But if he's over 18, there's nothing I can do about it. Now, if the situation was reversed and the father and son was having this conversation, if he finds out that his son was involved with his mom's best friend, that's a double standard. It can be considered of a rite of passage. With my mindset, I decided to turn it into a story.
How long did it take you to turn such a dramatic storyline into the perfect book? What was that process like?
I have a unique writing style and I like to think outside the box. My daughter is my inspiration. She gives me titles or scenarios to a story and I can run with it. He's My Son. I wrote it during the pandemic and I decided to come back to it. It didn't take me long to complete it because I put myself on a writing schedule. I start off with an outline. Once the outline is complete, I write 500 to 1,000 words a day for 5 days. At the end of the week, 2,500 words, which equals 10 pages or a chapter. I let my brain rest on the weekend. If I come up with an idea, I'll take notes and I'll return on Monday with a fresh start, and this helps prevent writer's block. I do believe I completed He's My Son 3 to 4 months.
You've also worked on films like The Perfect Strangers, The Side Chick, and The Cheater. Do you plan to adapt He's My Son into a film or series someday?
Absolutely. I'm going to turn this into a full feature film. I actually started writing this during the pandemic, and once we came out of the pandemic, I put it on the shelf. Last year, I was doing some cleaning and I bumped into the script, so I decided to revise it just a tad and had it published this year. The film industry is my first love, and it's nothing like seeing your hard work on screen.
Can you give us a sneak peek into the sequel, Who Killed Marcus? What can readers expect? When can we expect it?
Sneak peek. I don't want to give away too much, but there'll be new romances, more crime. If you're a fan of Murder, She Wrote and Law and Order, well, it's a combination of the two. For order for you to find out who killed Marcus, you have to read He's My Son. And the person in He's My Son that you might have thought who killed Marcus is not the person who actually killed Marcus, so you'll have to read Who Killed Marcus. And Who Killed Marcus should be dropping in late August of this year.
Outside of your professional career, what's something you're learning or working on right now, personally?
What I'm working on outside my projects is myself. Practicing saying no. No to certain people and certain projects, because sometimes people tend to take advantage of your talent and your kind heart. Practicing yes for myself. This, yes, I am worth it. Yes, deserved it, because at the end of the day, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you. So I adopted a new name for myself, Miss Unapologetic, because I'm not going to apologize for my success. At the end of the day, you're going to have haters. And once you have haters, you made it.
When you're not working, what's your favorite way to relax or recharge?
When I'm not working on a project, I like to binge watch my favorite shows, listen to music, or get lost in a book.
If you could travel anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would you go and who would you take with you?
If I can travel anywhere in the world tomorrow, it would be Bowie. Bowie is a beautiful island. Black sand, the water, the culture, is just a beautiful place. And I would definitely take my daughter, because that is my daughter's dream vacation.
How about telling my listeners the one thing people would be surprised to learn about you?
One thing your listeners will learn about me is that I'm self-taught. I learned how to sew, write screenplays, stage plays, and write a novel. With the help of YouTube University, I developed a unique talent.
That was interesting, Jennifer. I really appreciate you taking the time to join me today. Is there anything you would like to say before I let you go?
I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to tell your listeners about my book, He's My Son. If your readers would like to follow me on my writing journey, they can look me up on Instagram, jproduction2014.com, or they can check out my website, jenniferjacksonauthor.com, and Who Killed Marcus should be dropping late August.